Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Los Angeles Clippers as they go up against the Dallas Mavericks. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brett Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. There is no question that Dallas's Luka Doncic has captured league-wide admiration. The Hall of Famer player and executive Jerry West said, "We are watching genius, a superstar who will go down as the best player in Mavs franchise history." Considering Dirk Nowitzki was there for a long time, Kevin, the praise from Jerry doesn't get much higher or from a loftier perch.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered. At the point guard position in particular, much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. The wing pair, Hardaway and Finney-Smith. And the post players for him, Kleba and Porzingis. And it's Doncic in at the one. And for Los Angeles, Leonard and Morris are up in the forward positions. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Batum in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. First trip to the line for him here.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
And the first one drops.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Jackson hits both of them. Now here's Doncic. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And he banks in the layup.
Porzingis playing with some heart now, never giving up or into the defense, muscling through that difficult shot.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Now here's Leonard. First quarter, just over a minute played. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Hardaway for 3. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And Tim Hardaway Jr., you can see he's got good foundational form for a three-point shot. Consistency would help.
Here's Leonard. That one's not going to go. Nice D from Porzingis. The Mavericks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Doncic outside. A 3-ball. Morris with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. Hardaway with the steal. Now Doncic outside. Porzingis back to Doncic. To the inside. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. George passes to Batum. The dish to Leonard. Drills it from outside.
This is where all the extra hours of practice come into play. Leonard couldn't be more in sync on that catch and shoot. And
here is Hardaway. Down low. Here's Finney Smith, and that one goes long. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Jackson finds George. Basket counts.
Well, that's Paul George's game. Most accurate when somebody's feeding him and he's got his feet set.
Here's Doncic. Outside Hardaway. And the shot goes in.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot again. His teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Jackson passes to Batum. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Leonard no luck. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Floats one. Doncic, no good. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Jackson with it. Passes it to Morris. Shot clock at 6. Kleber with the rebound.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, problematic or an Achilles heel for a lot of young bigs is consistency from the free throw line. Really hasn't been a problem for Porzingis.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And the Mavericks with some changes. Melly is checked in for Maxi Kleber. Josh Richardson comes in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And both free throws good for Porzingis.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Rondo drives in. Kennard for 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, there's no excuse right there for not covering one of the guys on the floor. And that's Rondo around the rim where he can score.
Now here's Doncic. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
And it's Leonard missing.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Now here's Brunson. From about 19 feet. It's hauled in by Zubac.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 5.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Doncic. No good on the 3.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
It's underrated, but Rondo possesses terrific strength. Even when you get the contact, he has a way of being able to create and finish shots.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Dallas making a switch here. Powell's checked in. On the free throw, no good.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
Now Doncic. Pass to Brunson. Beyond the arc. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game.
And you got to respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Dallas Mavericks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players to acclimate themselves to the NBA.
You know, this game, it's a physical game, obviously, but, a lot of it is mental. So, just, making sure you're thinking while you're out there is, one of the big things for me. One of the things I've kind of learned since I've been in the league.
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
I'm loving the ping-pong action of the ball tonight. A decent number of assists so far.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Batum is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's man in at the 2. And Finney Smith gets it to go. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like it.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. Two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Jackson. And here's Brunson. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside Hardaway. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And George, here we go. Misses from short range. The Mavericks have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. Finney Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
Here's Man. He's still scoreless so far in this one. It's good. This game is all even.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Richardson outside. From 16 feet away, he cans it. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
D's got to pay better attention to Richardson, one of the better shooters on the roster. This time, he gets it done from the mid-range.
Rondo kicks to Kennard. Leonard looking around. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. 1:51 left here in the second. Pass to Finney-Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Melly passes to Richardson. Over Kennard. No good that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. Leonard kicks to Zubac. The pass to Kennard. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's Doncic missing.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Here's Zubac, and there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Zubac has got his first basket.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Back to Doncic. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
The closer Porzingis gets to the basket, the more aggressive he becomes, and for good reason. He's going to get fouled.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
First free throw is good. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Nicolo Melli. And both free throws good for Porzingis.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Here's Leonard, and the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley-Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Drives to the hoop. Zubac against Porzingis. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Zubac, a screen on Doncic. The feed now to Leonard. Over Cauley-Stein. And it's good. Hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up. And even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replays here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's Dallas up 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 12 points and 2 rebounds. And from what we saw so far from the Mavericks, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, it's never easy to go on the road in the NBA, no matter what the matchup is. But I think they like playing the role of the villain. Their effort has been fantastic, and they've done all that they can do to keep this crowd quiet.
And Shaq, your take on the Clippers?
Well, it's been a big night for the guys off the bench so far. They're scoring and giving them a real spark. I think we can expect a few more minutes for the reserves than usual tonight.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. The Mavericks leading on the floor for Dallas. And the post players for him, Kleber and Porzingis. The guard and off guard are Doncic and Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Feeds to Leonard. Takes it in. The Mavericks pull it in.
Oh, just incredible. That spin shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot.
Pass to Finney Smith. Inside and close. And he can't bank that one in.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in. This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Hardaway from outside. The shot, no good. Clippers trailed by 4. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's Leonard missing. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story. Growing up in the Bay Area, I worked out a lot and spent a lot of time with Tim Hardaway Sr. Remember the killer crossover, and Tim Hardaway Jr. continues to show why he belongs in the league after a lot of hard work on his own.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Clippers trail by 5. In the corner, it's Morris. Drills the three-pointer. Morris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release.
Pass to Doncic over Jackson. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Porzingis. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Mann. Pass to Morris. Jackson with it.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Got a hand on it. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Doncic against Jackson. From the stripe. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got the lead up to 6 now for Dallas. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Batum dishes to Jackson. Outside Leonard. For 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Leonard's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Leonard against Brunson. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
Yeah, hard to stop it there if you're the big man. That's just too good a shot and great concentration.
You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Oh, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, ouch. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Then for the Mavericks, Melly is checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Hardaway. And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
And it's Melly missing. Clippers trail by 3. Rondo finds Zubac. 1:15 left here in the third quarter. Batum attacking. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Doncic left side.
I'm a bit shocked, honestly, that he misses that. That's his shot in rhythm.
There's the pass to Rondo. Batum a screen on Brunson. Outside Rondo. For the lead. And Batum gets it to go on the assist by Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists tonight. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Richardson outside. Outside, Porzingis for the 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Now, here's Kennard. Zubac's a screen on Brunson. The shot's good from Kennard. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. The Clippers on top, ending the third quarter on a 14-6 run. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Here's George, the stars of this team on the wing. George and Leonard. Marcus Morris is out there with Batum, and it's Jackson in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Mavericks trailed by 3. Now, Doncic passes to Cauley-Stein. Doncic kicks to Kleber. 6 to shoot. Hardaway for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Morris inside. Kleber on him. From deep, George. Good on the three-point shot. George has got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles. The Mavericks shooting around 41% on the night. Doncic outside. Three-pointer. Some solid defense there from Jackson. LA has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. George passes to Leonard. Over Hardaway, and that one's good. Leonard, and it's an 8-point Clipper lead.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Screen by Kleber. And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
To the middle. Leonard inside, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. Mavericks trail by 5. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Lets it fly from 18. It's Hardaway, that time on the assist by Doncic.
He's got some growing confidence right now in the catch-and-shoot game, Hardaway Jr. Feels like he could score from anywhere.
Batum dishes to George. Outside Leonard takes the 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Doncic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Finney-Smith. And here is Kleber. Porzingis. Morris with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Outside Jackson. Into the lane. That one good for 2.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
The other thing they've done is had penetrating passes inside, in the interior, plenty of points in the paint.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And yes, it's good.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
And the Clippers call time here. Present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Thank you, David. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. George with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. Second chance shot. And there's the nice layup by George. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Paul George getting after it. They're helping out the teammate to try to secure one a second time.
Los Angeles has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Doncic with it. That time from Leonard. Clippers leading by 6. Tries again, and there's the play by Morris inside.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Doncic against Jackson. Doncic with the bucket.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Now here's Leonard. Count it.
And herein lies the problem with trying to defend Leonard, his versatility. You take one thing away, he hurts you with another.
Now Hardaway. Driving inside. Paul George grabs the miss. Clippers have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Leonard sets a screen for George. Here's Doncic. over Jackson. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from Doncic.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
And now we've got the intentional foul. .41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. George finds Morris. George double-teamed. And it's Leonard top of the key. It's the three-point bomb. Leonard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. George looking around. And so Los Angeles takes the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Paul, a great team effort defensively. So what were your points of emphasis?
You know, we do a great job of helping one another and being in gaps. And, you know, if we're going to get beat, it's going to have to be, you know, beaten by contested shots and the ball being swung. You know, so that's what we had to do. We had to sit down, guard guys, and, you know, make them play on the offensive end as a team.
Well, y'all were real disruptive tonight, man, and led to the win. Congratulations. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.